When it comes to building new bone and exercise, you really need two essential components. One is strength training, and the other one is impact. Do you have high impact, moderate impact, and low impact? And based upon your DEXA score, you're going to know which one of those three categories you're going to fall into. Now, when it comes to impact, if you can run and jump and do those things, that's great. But what happens if you still need impact, but maybe you have hip arthritis or knee arthritis and you can't run and jump? Isn't there something else that you can do that provides a little bit of impact, but in a safe, controlled manner? Don't worry, there sure is, and I'm going to show it to you next. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Ed DeBoo, physical therapist from Integrated Physical Therapy in Bellingham, Washington. When it comes to dealing with osteoporosis, there are so many moving parts to building new bone. We have to be careful about the food we eat. We have to be careful about the exercises we do. There are certain core exercises that are no longer safe to do. What about if I want to do yoga? How do I do yoga safely? Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm doing a 14-day osteoporosis challenge. Each day you'll learn a new technique, a new skill, everything from safe core exercises, how to do yoga if you have osteoporosis, nutrition, and so much more. Hopefully you'll join me starting November 4th, 2024. I'll put a link to the challenge down below in the description. Hope to see you there. In order to build new bone mass, we need about 3 times our body weight worth of impact. So just for easy math, if someone weighs 125 pounds, they need approximately 375 pounds of impact in order for there to be enough stimulus to build new bone. How do we get that, especially if we have trouble running and jumping? Luckily, there is such an exercise that produces almost 3 times your body weight. It's easy to modulate, and you can do it at home without any special equipment. The exercise is a heel drop, and I'll show you how to do the heel drop safely in just a second. It has been studied, and results of it, to be honest, are a little bit mixed. There's some studies that show in combination with other activities, it helps to build new bone mass in some studies, and in others, at least, it helps to maintain bone mass density. The way I look at it and the way I tell my patients is, it's low-hanging fruit, it's easy enough to do, and we add it into the program in addition to everything else that we're doing. Our daily walk, our strength training, and of course being careful to avoid rounded postures and different things that we know can potentially give us a stress fracture or stress the bones. When you first start the heel drops, you want to try to do it on a firm surface. If you have carpet, that's okay to start with, but if you can, find a hard wooden floor or linoleum floor to start with. I have my clients start with their shoes on first, because what we don't want to do is end up with a bone bruise or anything like that. So I'd rather have you start slowly, get used to the movement, make sure there's no soreness during or after, and then we can progress to doing the same exercise barefoot. So what you'll do is you're going to come up to the back of a chair. We want to try to be in good posture, so you're going to engage your core. Remember, scapula back and down. I talk a lot about scapula, which is your shoulder blade in your back pocket, which means back and down. So I'm standing up nice and tall, and I'm just going to come up on my toes, and I'm just going to kind of come down fairly hard. I'm just going to come up on my toes, and then at first I'm just going to come down with moderate intensity, and you can control the force at which you drop, of course. And the idea is to kind of feel that vibration. Now, patients will ask me about their knees. What I want you to do is I don't want you to be stiff-legged. I want you just to have soft knees. So they're not bent, but they're just not locked out. And the idea is that we do want to feel a little bit of that vibration when we hit the ground. How many of these do we do to start with? What I tell my clients is I'd like you to do about 50 total. So that's roughly 3 sets of 15, with the last set giving me 5 more. So every 15 repetitions, take a little break, walk around for a minute, maybe stretch your calf muscle, come back, do another set of 15, and on the last set, give me 20. Once a day. As you start to get used to the activity, what I want you to do is allow yourself to drop a little bit harder. So remember, when you first start to do it, it's going to be a fairly controlled descent. Feel a little bit of the shock, but know that you're not completely letting yourself go. And you're starting it with shoes on first. Remember, when it comes to building bone, we need not only the stimulus and the impact, but we also need the other things that go into it. The micronutrients. Am I getting enough vitamin D? Am I getting enough calcium? What about protein levels? All of these things are covered in my challenge. I hope to see you there, November 4th, 2024. If you have any questions, please leave it down below. Link to sign up in the challenge is also down below. Take care of yourself, keep exercising, and I'll see you at the next video.